They call this place the phone booth. So dial up a dump.
Fans live for games like this one.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. You look at Indiana. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top five.
And when you look at Portland, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. They've got Klingon. Red Hat is out there with Henderson. Then it's Deni Avdija, and it's Kamare in at the three. And for the Wizards, they've got Chris Middleton. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sarr, and it's Champagnie in at power forward. Now you can expect the threes to fly tonight, Brent. Both of these teams are full of sharpshooters.
Well, which team gets hot first, Kevin, I think is going to be most important. Shooting is rhythm. How do you establish that rhythm? You've got to move the ball, move yourself. And maybe the team that gets hot first is going to be the one that ultimately comes out on top.
Henderson kicks to Avdija. Three-pointer. And good, the three-point shot, good from Red Hot. Coffey's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for Portland. Middleton outside. Now Poole playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. Good on the three-point shot.
Shooters shoot. Poole just couldn't let that three go unanswered.
Here's Coffey. Henderson passes to Avdija. Here's Coffey. And a miss there on the triple. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Jazz in Delta Center. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Sarr. Off target from outside. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Coffey. Rebound, Washington. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Connects from three-point range.
Three-point field goal.
Coffey's got 6 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Brent, with Avdija, there's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Pass to Kamare. Here's Coffey. Clock at 6. Henderson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, thanks, Kevin. The Wizards head coach did talk to me a few minutes ago, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Henderson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Coffee. Out to Henderson. And another three for Portland.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards. Here's a look at some of the stats for Corey Kispert.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons, and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
Corey Kispert's checked in for the Wizards. Inside, here's Henderson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
At the line for the Trailblazers, Henderson.
And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team. And it's more about refining their game than learning it.
When you can score the ball and the defense makes adjustments your way to do that, Poole has to take advantage like that.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 11. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
And the mid-range can be tricky for Poole, but he can sink them when he has to.
Henderson right side. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Coffee. And here's Henderson. And Henderson throws it down hard.
Oh, man, Scoot Henderson, an elite leaper.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Wizards trail by 11. That's tipped. Coffee passes to Henderson. Here's Coffee. He's defended by Coulibaly. Here's Coffee. 6 points for him. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
The 3 from Poole. It's hauled in by Coffee. Coffee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Looking for Avdia and gets it there. Good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Kispert. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Here's Poole. To stop the run, it's blocked. Here's Kamare. Defended by Middleton.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game against the Jazz. Was a man on a mission. He scored 33 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. Those were ridiculous numbers he put up. We'll see what he has in store for an encore. Can't wait to see. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Kispert dishes to Hardaway. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter. And again, Washington no good.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
The kick out to Simons. Pass to Coffee. Simons with the ball. That shot missing. Good D by Brogdon. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Trailblazers lead by 18. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Portland.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far, they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony Simons. Walker out there with Sharp. Then there's Red Hot, and it's Williams at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Simons. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Coffee. Guarded by Hardaway. Pass to Coffee. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Simons. That one's good from the corner. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses, Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys, really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
The three-pointer is right on target. Sharp's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's George. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon.
Well, Brogdon's a pretty gifted passer and trying to do a great job of heading up this offense from the point position.
Shots good by Williams.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Brogdon the pass to Champagnie. Here's Sharp. Lays it up and banks it in. Sharp's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Avdija is checked in. Now, here's Simons. Last game he had 34 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the wing, Hardaway. And another miss by Washington. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 12-3 run. Coffee passes to Williams. To the middle. Good D by Brogdon.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
George, no good. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Coffee. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those floor blocks. No, 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 not today.
Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild them.
The shot's good from Simons.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Washington calls timeout. Hey, Brent, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Both teams making substitutions here. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Take a look at Red Hot, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Now, here's Poole. 5 points in the game. Pass to Coulibaly. And another miss by Washington.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Coffee. Now, here's Avdija. The three-pointer off the mark. And here is Hardaway. He had 13 points in the win against Brooklyn. Pass to Middleton from outside the arc. Traps in the tray. Middleton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. Now, here's Simons. He's got 10. Portland moving the ball around. The 3-ball. Offensive rebound. And the wide-open shot from Avdia. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Avdia's got 5 points so far.
Now you can see the work that Avdia has put into that three-point shot.
Middleton outside. Back to Poole. In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Portland's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. And that one, good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
In the corner, it's Coulibaly. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Poole. He's got 5. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. This is Chris Middleton making a play.
Avdia up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's stolen. Coffee passes to Avdia. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Poole against Sharp. Pass to Coulibaly. No good with the triple. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Washington Wizards.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Well, right now for Washington, they hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Wizards. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Coulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's Czar. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And Coffey gets it to go.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Middleton outside. Pass to Coulibaly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Coulibaly. And again, Washington no good.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Here's Coffey. He's got 18. Hits it from three-point range. Coffey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Champagnie. The Wizards with another miss.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And so it's Washington with it. The Blazers getting the bucket. And Coulibaly gets it to go.
All right, after 4 misses, they finally get one to go. That has to be a big relief for the offense after beginning this half on a bit of a cold streak.
Here's Camare. Nothing on the board. Henderson passes to Coffey. Pass to Camare. The 3. It's rebounded by Poole.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
This one for 3. The Trailblazers pull it in. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Klingon to the left wing. Avdia, the pass to Coffey. 6 to shoot. Henderson outside. Shoots the 3. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Saw. Puts up a 3, and Coulibaly gets it to go. Coulibaly's got 8 points.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
No problems knocking that one down. Coffey's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Trailblazers. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, the Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. And the Wizards with possession, following the 3 from Red Hot. Coulibaly, no good. Lets it go from deep. Sticks another. 3 more from Red Hot. Coffey's got 30.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
On the wing, Coulibaly. The Wizards with another miss.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And Washington has possession. Shot to stop the run, and it's Portland with the rebound. Klingon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Coffey. Drains it from beyond the arc. Coffey's got 33.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Sarr, scoreless thus far. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
That free throw, no good.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame plus add to his game.
And the second free throw, good. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Greg?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
The Wizards shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. 1:35 left to play in the third. Sarr sets the screen for Poole. Shoots over Simon. And another miss by Washington.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
And here is Poole. After the three-pointer from Red Hot. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Hardaway has got 6 points.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor. I'm not sure how he finds himself. It's so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Now Hardaway Jr. up over top right there, rising up.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They'll be off to Brooklyn. Yet another bucket.
And now he is tied for the 2nd most 40-point games in an NBA season. What a year.
Wow, he has brought it every night, and nobody seems to have the answer for him.
And he's tied, Wilt, with 52 games of 40 points or more. Just saying that out loud, I still don't believe it's been matched, but that's the kind of year he's had.
The Trailblazers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. For 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Trailblazers, Rob Williams is out there with Walker. Then there's Grant. Then it's Sharp. And it's Banton in at the 1 spot. Walker is screen on Hardaway. Grant the pass to Walker. And finished off by Walker.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
George against Williams. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the drive. Outside, Walker. To the inside. Washington with the rebound. Pass to Carrington. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Brogdon. Benton with the rebound. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work, to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
Pass to Walker. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Williams sets a screen for Sharp. Offline with his three. The Wizards have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Goes up at the stripe. You can't get that one.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Here's Benton. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
And making plays isn't something Grant is worried about, but he will make smart passes if he can.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brogdon a screen on Grant. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Walker is screen on Hardaway. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. For the Wizards, Sars checked in for Gill. Koulibaly comes in for Hardaway. And Poole subbed in for Brogdon. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Poole, the pass to Sarr. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the result.
And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Manton, the pass to Grant. Pass to Sharp. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
Middleton outside. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Benton. Grant outside. Three-pointer. Portland with a new 14. And finished off by Williams.
Yeah, you see how Williams gets his points. So many of them come off of teammates' missed shots.
Middleton looking it over. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, it's hard. And Poole streaking past the defense. Looked like he had another gear he got to.
Grant outside.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
There's the three. Again, the miss by Grant. The Wizards shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. And for Portland, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Sharp, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, Sharp was a mystery man back in that 2022 draft, not playing a minute of college basketball, but drafted in the top 10 because of this upside.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Sharp.
Now, Sharp has such a bright future in this league, especially as a scorer.
And Washington making a change here. Champagne's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Brent is a guy who has played with winning teams, been in terrific cultures, and currently in one with the Spurs. What do you think is more important, team culture or raw talent?
Well, I believe in the culture carrying teams to a championship, but you can't do that without talent. So it's got to be a blend of both, Kevin, in order for your team to perform at its highest level. Culture comes first.
And Poole gets it to go.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had already, 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Red Hot.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop. And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Here's Banton. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.